This one was ready early. Now we just gotta get the peppers in here. All peppers here. We'll do like, so we got flowers here. We're gonna do I always do flowers and basil out here to try to keep one. From the tomatoes, I do basil on the inside of the hoop just for the bugs. And then the bugs don't necessarily like the marigolds, and I do basil and flowers out here too to bring in the pollinators. This will be pretty here when it's all basil and flowers. And it just bellows with just bees and just cool pollinators. Our word of mouth and our connections is just like the mycelium, and that's the way things grow. And maybe we're more fungal than we think. Mycelium is what grows in the mushroom. It's the white stuff. It's like the glue that holds everything together. What is mycelium exactly?
It's like the trunk of the tree, you know, and then it pops out the apples or the pears or whatever. You know, you got different trees, you got different mycelia. It all looks white until you get to that fine, unless you go under a microscope too. You look at it under a microscope, then you can really see a good difference, but.
Mycelium, to me, understanding is it's a messenger. They bring nutrients from other places to the roots of everything. Like it's actually becomes part of the cellular structure of plants, and it helps feed them.
Yeah, it penetrates and goes into them, and it's basically neurons, a group of neurons or cells that act like neurons in a sense, you know, where it goes in and it grows and explores where's the best place to grow, and
that's why we put that's why we put all that mushroom compost in here from his blocks. So these things will hopefully have start out with a better understanding of how to take care of each other. Mushroom blocks, I get to control it. I throw it in my compost pile bins. It breaks down, and then we emptied. So this year we used all three of our compost bins, right? And all three of our compost bins came from all of our scraps, from the cabbage to the broccoli to the tomatoes to the peppers, just everything. Instead of just throwing it in and burning it, we mix it back there with the mushroom blocks and the compost things we made, and we use it everything. That was the foundation of this whole garden this year, is our own compost. And because we didn't even plant this with leaf mold compost. Remember how I used leaf mold compost at the other garden, because it was just we didn't mess with that ground yet. We prepped this whole ground this year, and we made all these with our own mushroom compost. There's absolutely no chemical fertilizers in here this year. So it's good to go.
And that pile in the middle too, it was like black. I mean, once it broke down there, it was full of termites that were just eating it and breaking it down. I mean, it was gorgeous. I did not think it would be like that.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
It looked more like black soil.
It looked like black dirt. That's what some people call like good.
Black gold.
Black gold, yeah, black.
Other than Texas steel.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, it looked really good.
Yeah, those mushroom blocks on their own break down well.
Yeah, when you go through the woods and you see dead trees on the floor, like you see grass growing straight out of the tree,
yeah.
A dead, rotting tree. I mean, it's like the base of soil, I guess, you know?
Middle of winter, we'll have a good jelly, and then we'll have, the process right before jelly is syrup. So we'll make some syrup, and we'll make some jelly out of all those raspberries and grapes. We used to have the marshmallow fluff. I used to do peanut butter and marshmallow. Those were good. Yeah. I never had peanut butter with potato chips. Marigolds are those little guys there. And then so I do sequences of 9 here. I'll do 3 marigolds, 3 basil, or 6 basil, and I'll do 2 different kinds of basil. Sometimes I'll do 3 marigolds, 3 one kind of basil, 3 another kind of basil, 3 marigolds. Basil, and then sometimes I'll switch herbs. I'll do dill and I'll do cilantro in between the marigolds, but the marigolds they're bug deterrents because they got a really pungent smell. I don't know what I'm gonna put in here either. Like, I was hoping these 3 would come back. Well, I can plant this. I grew this again. You ever tried purslane?
What's that?
So this is like a weed, it looks like, right? Try that. Tastes like limey minty, or no, limey. It tastes limey.
Is it a weed? You planted that?
No, that's a weed. Like, what we think is a weed, but it's edible. Like chefs use that to like top fish with.
That's interesting. But it's not just clover, right?
No, it's called purslane. Have you ever tried purslane? It tastes limey, kind of citrusy.
Can you find a 4-leaf one?
No,
Do those taste better?
You taste that citrus.
Yeah.
Bite into it.
That's weird.
They add that to salads and top of fish and stuff. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby.
Give it to me, baby. This stuff smells funny. What is this, chocolate mint?
This is mountain mint.
It smells almost like bubble gum.
Yeah, this is like toothpaste types. This is. Yeah. Knock it down. We're gonna dry some of it out. It'll grow back just as tall, maybe by tomorrow. It just grows fast. I think I might freeze some of this. I'm gonna dry some out. We're gonna freeze some. Learn how to make like a cold tea with it, or not. Maybe freeze it. I don't know. It's like what do they call candy canes? I probably need to go out to the other garden, bush hog. And I need to mow here.